Nice work, everyone.
Are we good? Is that a wrap? Oh, thank goodness. You know, Ron, when me and the boys first come up with the idea for that racing show, we just wanted to do something that was fun. You know, something that stood out amongst all the others. A place where you could drink beer and talk racing like you were Kel Yarbrough.
I'm proud of you fellas. You all kept your head on a swivel, and that's what you gotta do when you find yourself in a vicious cockfight.
Well, I thank you for that. And that's why we're about to do this piece on Jeremy Mayfield.
I don't believe you.
Hey there, race fans. I'm your man, Todd Brown of That Racing Show. Thanks for dropping by for another segment of That Racing Show's Pit Stop. Before we get to the racing aspect, I just want to first say a huge thank you to everybody who viewed our last episode, the Bristol Madness. It got 10,000 views in the first 24 hours and was completely mind-blowing to me because, in all honesty, these weren't really intended to be seen yet. The show is still coming together, so this right now is just a trial stage to try with some different sets, different ideas, different things, which is why the intro led into the whole series or this episode the way that it did, because we want to do something fun. We want to make a racing, fun, entertainment show that does something different from what everybody else does. We're not here for breaking news, and we're not here to, provide you with up-to-date situations that are happening across NASCAR. There's so many great shows out there that do that, and that's one of the things about it. We're not here to compete with anybody. We're just here to have fun. If you want the up-to-date news, you got so many different avenues from, Eric with Out of the Groove, Dale Jr. Download does a great, just a banter episodes like what we want to do, and but we're going to be a little bit more crazy with it because we can be unfiltered and uncensored and have fun. So that's why the opening intro was a little segment because, man, we're going to have fun. We're going to have fun next year, and I really hope that you join us for everything and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on anything because we're going to be introducing some fictional race characters into the whole scenario next year. And, of course, we got guests coming in. It's not just going to be a complete crazy show. It's going to be about real racing and have real racing guests and people that you'll probably be surprised to hear from. We've been working hard on that. And so, man, give us a subscribe and give us likes to what you do. We love the comments. Just keep them coming in. I've been trying to answer every comment. So with that said, just please keep with us. And, man, got great things coming. Now, as the title said, Jeremy Mayfield, he's back racing again. He'll be at Carteret County Speedway on October 1st. In this great new series. I've been keeping up with it for the last few months. It's the Grand National Super Series, and wow, it's just it's an amazing new series that just started this year. And what's great about it is you can run Pro Cup cars, you can run old ARCA cars, you can run old NASCAR Cup or Xfinity cars. So it allows for a variety of cars to come into the series, and their rules are based around some great rules. It's, they award points for halfway leader, most laps led, of course, to win. You get points for winning the pole. You get points for being the hard charger award. And what they do is they run two 50-lap races. And what's really cool is they invert the field by a pill draw after qualifying. And then with the finishing positions of the first race, they do another pill draw to invert the field again. And, man, it's provided for some good racing from what I've seen. And the greatest part about it is you have people like Jeremy Mayfield running it. I mean, this guy, let's just face it, he had an early exit from the Cup Series, which we will not get into that. And I love that he's still racing, that, as a race car driver, that passion's always going to be there. And he's run dirt late models and open wheel modified, just so many things. And I wish he would have been able to get back in the Cup just to further his career, because I think he would have done some good things. And so it's so cool to see him back racing. Now, as I say with this series, one of the greatest things about it is their rule packages, because you're able to run any 10 to 11.5 inch wheel or tire. You can run, Goodyear's, General, you name it. You can run any tire like that. So it's not a system that's designed around one tire where it's so costly to teams and things like that. They have 10 different engine combinations that you can run. So again, a wide variety for these guys to get out there and compete. And come on, we look at NASCAR this year with all the rules, and you can't do this, you can't do that, you got to run this, you can't run that. This is an amazing series. This is racing. It's great because in addition to Jeremy running this, you got other Cup and ARCA people that were in there, drivers from different series. Frank Kimmel's been in there, AJ Hendrickson, Clay Rogers. A lot of these guys that will probably be running. I know Clay and Jeremy are running the final race, which will be October 1st at Carteret County Speedway. And I hope so many people go out there and check it out. They run across Virginia, North Carolina, and South Carolina. So it's basically a Mid-Atlantic Southeast series right now. Who knows what it can become, because with rules like this and racing like they're doing, I just feel sure that it's gonna continue to grow. And that's one of the things that I do love about this so much, is because it is an affordable racing series for somebody who, obviously you're going to have money to get into it. But there's so many of these cars that are out there. If you pay attention to some of the listings for old Cup cars and ARCA cars, you can go on Stock Car Surplus. Currently, right now, there is an auction going on with Iron Horse Auctions, where they are auctioning off a couple of different cars, trailers, engines, pit carts, boxes, everything. So it's something that somebody, theoretically, if they had 50 grand laying around, they could be out there racing with these guys and having fun. And, that's not for everybody to do, but I'm just saying, hey, if you got 50,000 kicking around and a bunch of friends that want to have a good time and you're involved in racing, because let me clarify that first. This is true racing. These are real racers. This is a great series, and it's not for just anybody off the street to jump into, because, let's face it, racing it's a tough sport, and it's a tough thing to get involved in, and it's a lot tougher once you actually get behind the wheel. So, great series, and I look forward to so much more out of it, and hopefully it'll continue to grow. Now, one other thing that we got to talk about is a Busch back in victory lane again this week, and that's Brixton Bush. He's running the Christopher Bell Micromania down in Texas, and little man brought it home last night in his division. His pop's out there running too, and I think he finished 5th in his class. And man, if you're in Texas, you got to check out these races, because dirt racing is where it's at. It's where the fun comes in, and I'm watching all of these guys come up through, like Brexton and Clint's boy and all these guys. That's some really great racing, and that's one of the other things we want to focus on with this is going to be short track racing. It's not just going to be all about Cup racing, because there's so many local levels out there that people need to be checking out, because that's grassroots racing at its best. And in my opinion, that's where the real racing takes place. Now, there was an unfortunate situation that happened at the race last night at Texas. It involved a member of Stewart Haas Racing. He's an engineer for the team, and his name is DJ Vanderlee. And he was involved in a serious wreck in the micro race. Was airlifted with reportedly, I guess, many vertebrae fractures, spinal cord injury, and just a very unfortunate circumstance all the way around. So our thoughts and prayers are with him and the family. And, that's the thing about it is everybody who's involved in racing, whether they're at a local track or to the Cup level, it's a dangerous sport. And that's where, again, I want to go back with saying that somebody trying to get into that series or any series, there is a serious risk factor that comes with racing. So you have to go into every race knowing that there is an opportunity for injury and for so many things. So our thoughts and prayers are with the whole family. The Millbridge Speedway family is something great to me. I won a championship at Millbridge in 1987. I've always loved the racetrack, and so many of these guys that I've just talked about, and so many of the up-and-comers are running at that racetrack, and they suffered another loss here over the last couple of days of a guy who's a father to one of the little guys running in one of the beginner classes. He unfortunately passed away, and growing up at that racetrack with my dad, that's something that my heart goes out to the families that are going through all these hard times right now, and I wish them the best, and DJ a full recovery. And man, I can't stress it enough that racing is it's entertainment. It's a business, and it's entertainment, and it's got its dangers. So everybody support your local tracks just as much as you do any Cup Series or Xfinity or Truck or anything like that, because that's where the heart of racing is at. That's where everybody that's out there racing right now, that's where they came from. And man, just go out there and support them, and we'll continue praying for you guys. So anyways, once again, I just want to thank everybody for dropping by for the show. As I say, we got a lot of great skits coming up, a lot of fun we're going to have, and I don't want to take away from the serious side of it in any aspect. We already had that intro planned, and I felt that it was the best thing just to continue on with that, because there is enjoyment to racing, and again, there's always that tragedy and danger that you can have happen, but hopefully we don't see any more of that this year, and we have for some great racing. So from me to you, everybody, enjoy the races at Texas this weekend. Hope everybody has a safe weekend, and we'll see you at the checkered flag.